Exciting news today. Udemy, the online education company, filed for initial public offering, which means if they complete the process, you and I will be able to invest in Udemy stock. It's very, very exciting because the online education space is growing tremendously. And I want to share some unique perspectives with you. You see, I teach on Udemy. I'm an instructor, a successful instructor on Udemy. I'm not an employee of Udemy, but I do teach on Udemy. So I want to share that perspective with you. And mostly what we're going to talk about is Udemy going to be potentially a good investment for us? A little hint, I think it will be. All of that and more coming up. Welcome to the channel where we help you to learn fast so you can gain confidence and become a successful investor. If that sounds interesting to you, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Okay, so let's talk about Udemy and Udemy's IPO. First off, Udemy is an online education platform where you have instructors like myself put courses on the platform. Students, maybe like you, go on the platform looking for courses and then they buy courses from instructors on the platform. Where Udemy makes their money is they help facilitate all that and provide the platform, and then they get a cut of each sale. So it's a really great education technology idea and company. So let's start by me showing you the Udemy website and how that all works, and then we'll talk about the IPO and why it might be a good opportunity for us potentially. Again, in full transparency, I am an instructor on Udemy. I'm at udemy.com, user/cballinger2. The link will be below. But this is my instructor homepage. You can see I have 375,000 students, oh my gosh, and over 50,000 reviews. That's automatically generated by Udemy, so I can't manipulate that. And if you're curious about my courses, I have 35 courses on Udemy, including my big flagship Investing in Stocks course and a technical analysis course. And you'll see that Udemy runs some big sales too. This course runs $189, but you can get it for like $33, $15 for this $12 course. And I have a cryptocurrency courses, an investing success course, just released a new Forex course. I have value investing courses, dividend investing courses, even some leadership and other courses as well. So links will be below as far as checking out the courses. But let's go to udemy.com now. I'm at udemy.com, and what you would see. So I'd encourage you to go over there and take a look at them so you get a feel for what you're investing in, potentially, or what they do. And again, they're an online course platform, so you'll see their homepage. You can start seeing some courses listed here. You can go in under categories, from here up to categories, and you can see they got all sorts of different categories, from development, like web development categories and data science, to business courses, management, sales, leadership, all that stuff, finance, accounting, IT, marketing, lifestyle, all sorts of stuff. Like if we look under finance and accounting, and we see here's investing and trading, we could look in, let's say, in investing, maybe Forex, or let's look at stock trading, right? So you just click on that and you'd find stock trading. Let's see if I show up here. And I do. I show up number one. Yay, number one. Oh, okay, enough of that. So yeah, so you can see there's different types of investing courses, and you can see they've got 2.2 million learners right now learning investing or stock trading courses, so they're pretty big. They have some top other ones they highlight, and there I am again with my technical analysis courses. But you can see there's lots of different courses that you can choose from, lots of categories. Or you can just type right in here in the search, and you can look up a course, let's say investing or whatever, and you can start searching for courses. Again, if you type in my full name, Steve Ballinger, which is what my mom named me, not Mr. B, then you would see another way to see all my different courses listed there as well too. So that's what Udemy is in terms of this online market that you can go and buy courses on. You'll also see here where it says Udemy Business. Let's click on that. Udemy has where they sell directly to businesses, right directly to businesses. You can see like Apple and others are companies that work right with and Volkswagen, that they're working with Udemy for Business, which is a curated amount, unlimited access for 6,000 of the top courses. So they basically look at the best courses. I'm blessed to have like about 6 or 7 courses on Udemy for Business as well. So that's what they do as far as another part of their a part of Udemy. In fact, this is from Udemy's official S1 filing. They're saying they have 183,000 courses available with 65,000 instructors, over 65,000 instructors, of which I'm one of them. They also have 201 million course enrollments last year in the year 2020. That number is probably much higher, this year, as that whole space of online education is growing. Now let's look a little bit at the actual IPO and a little bit of the information they've shared so far with us. I'm actually here over at Reuters.com, as far as some things that they've been gleaning out of the S1 filing, and they have a little article here about Udemy files for US IPO as remote learning shift drives revenue surge. So if we look at some of this here, some of the highlights here, you can see that the Udemy's revenues grew 55% to 429 million in 2020 from a year earlier. So they had a big growth, 55% growth, a net loss of 77 million. So this is actually very typical of emerging growth companies where they have these high sale growth numbers at losses as they get venture capital money in to start growing and growing the company. You see this in all companies from Facebook to Amazon. They all kind of start like this as they grow the company. So this would be definitely investing in an earlier stage growth type company. If you look a little further at this article, you can see that the company, Udemy, during this initial IPO stuff, which the initial prospectus, a full prospectus will be coming, they didn't put a value on their offering, but last year in November, their offering was 3.3, they were valued at 3.3 billion during a financial round in November of last year, and it's expected to go much higher valuation when it goes public fully, and we get the full information later with the full IPO. So at 3.3 billion, it's definitely in what's considered the, quote, unicorn category. Unicorns are private companies that have a valuation of $1 billion or more. They're in the same area right now as far as like companies like Noom, which is a health application, Patreon, Impossible Foods, which does, like fake meat, so to speak, and Niantic, which is the creators of Pokemon Go, right? So they're all right around that $3 to $4 billion valuation. So it's a real established company in terms of valuation. We're not looking at a $100 million or $10 million valuation. We're looking at $1 billion plus, anticipated to be at least 3.3 billion, probably higher in terms of a valuation, a little bit more established. We look a little further, and this is an interesting thing that they found in the disclosures. About as of June 30th, about 42% of Fortune 100 companies have used Udemy for Business, that subscription model where they sell directly to businesses, and that is part of their growth strategy. So, and they have 183,000 courses on 180 countries. So, and then this was real interesting too, where it's, the overall market opportunity is estimated to be a $200 billion market opportunity in the online education space. And they're competing with companies like Pluralsight, Skillsoft, and some of you might have heard, of course, which is LinkedIn Learning, formerly lynda.com, owned by LinkedIn, which is owned by Microsoft. And so Udemy competes very well with these big companies. Not only do they serve big companies, the Fortune 100, but they compete very well against large companies like Microsoft, which owns LinkedIn Learning, for example. So as part of their initial filing, which is called an S1, by the way, which is filed with the United States Securities and Exchange Commission, or SEC, Udemy outlined some of their key growth strategies, and there's 3 that they really called out. So let's look at those. One was to accelerate the growth of their enterprise business. That's their Udemy business section. That's where they actually have salespeople who sell directly to companies as far as buying courses directly, or curated courses on Udemy. They also are focused on increasing learner retention, as in getting people to keep coming back and buying more and more courses, or subscribing through their Udemy for Business, or subscribing through a beta test that they're doing with a online marketplace subscription. And they're also looking at expanding their geographical footprint. They're already in many countries, maybe almost every country around the globe, but they're looking to expand that even further. In fact, if you look at my locations where my students come from, they're like in 210 countries. They speak 76 languages, though my courses are in English, but people speak multiple languages, of course. So you can see even my own courses have a very wide footprint. And as we saw, the online education marketplace is a real high growth area. It's a really high growth area, and Udemy is one of the leaders in this area as a well-established, very successful private company. So where are we at right now in terms of the initial public offering? So right now, as of this recording of the video, they're really in the early initial stages. They're doing an initial filing, that S1 document. What will be coming later is a full prospectus, which will get into real details, including what the initial offering offering price will be, how much money they're looking to raise, other types of details. But right now, they're just getting that first indication that they want to do an IPO, and more details will be coming. So encourage you to subscribe and get the latest videos on this. I'm going to be doing more Udemy IPO look at, I'm sure, and certainly have courses on other investing topics. All the information's below as far as subscribing, but also links to other courses and links to other videos, all that good stuff. But right now we're in initial phases for it, and later we'll hear more about what is the actual IPO date and the price of the IPO. So check that all out. Check out other videos. Check out my links to the Udemy courses and my own website courses below and all sorts of information. Do encourage you to subscribe to the channel so that way if we have something on Udemy or other IPOs, I think Flipkart, which is the Amazon of India, is an interesting IPO that's coming up, and other IPOs and other investing topics that we cover. So do check those out as well. With that, be following Udemy. Feel free to check them out at udemy.com. Maybe there's a course there for you, and if one of my courses are for you, great. I'd love to see that. With that, I wish you all the best of luck.